Hello lurkers and archaeologists, I'm John Proxy. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an East Memories of Celceta adventure. I'm going to load my game. I'm going to do this by clicking on the screen so the game knows I've selected the screen, pressing the load button. Now at the end of the last episode, we were worrying about why haven't we filled in the entire map? What's missing? Why haven't we pushed it to the limit? Where am I supposed to go? Actually, where am I supposed to go? Eldeel is ahead of us. We were able to repair the mask. Into the temple. Okay, cool. Let us enter the temple then. Yes, I faffed around at the end of the last episode. Because I kind of wanted to fill in the map. That sort of seemed like the most important thing. But actually, before we do that, we should buy everyone weapons. Now, I do know that there's a last set of weapons, but let's just buy these. It's fine. So the dude had the same weapons as the ruse. Also, yes, I think I showed it off pre-stream, but I've now made it so if I mute myself, let's put myself here. If I mute myself while I walk away,
Oh boy.
There you go. You should be able to hear me again now. I can see the thing. Now, that does require me to look at this screen, but it's a little bit more obvious, hopefully. It means I don't miss any more segments. Anyway. We have quite a lot of money. So, there's the Grail Spear. I'm sure it will be immediately replaced. There you go. We also want to... I should have done this earlier. Teleport somewhere else. Let's put me in the middle. And probably make it a little bit closer to me. I'm slowly building up a repertoire of things I can do for these streams. I'm enjoying it a lot. If only I just wasn't kept awake by the neighbours. But yes, anyway. Map. We want to do some synthesis. Dannon. It's been the only side quest that I haven't immediately solved as well. At least it tells me which room to go to. Sure. Did we do the... It's interesting that I still haven't got the resources for this. I never use these tablets. We'll get in a bunch of photo droplets. Yeah, well, we never use it, but we make as much bitter potion. Oh god, we can only make 3. I thought I'd have more than that. But it might be that I need to convert resources. I'm going to do that all now. See, hopefully I can use it for something useful. It's not really made much sense, this, to me. But yeah, it appears I don't have a lot of this stuff. I mean, I have a lot. Just don't have a lot of bitter potions. We could just buy goddamn loads. Why not? I'm not buying that. It's too expensive. But yes, I need to remember I can use the cloak to heal in the temple, which is something I wasn't doing. Let's get on with it. I'm sure we'll find some stuff in there. The Eldeel. Oh. Nina, what's the situation at the temple? Now's the best chance we've got. There's no one around. Those masked division soldiers all suddenly came to their senses. Then that Leo guy came and took them away. Sounds like Bami's defeat did more than just free Remnos. And Leo actually made himself useful too. Didn't see that one coming. He's not exactly a model soldier, but it's obvious he means well and really wants to help wherever he can. Ah, and to think up until recently we couldn't get rid of him fast enough.
All right.
Time's a wasting, at all. We're almost there. Temple of the Sun. It's almost surreal that we're actually going in there. Frida, you've been with our group for like 3 hours. You've not been wasting... You've been, like... It's not really been a mission for you. Well, it's capital. You've ruined it. Okay, apparently there is nothing here. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of this. Like, how much I've got left. I wish I didn't start at goddamn midnight, because I reckon I could have had it done. I see that everyone is here. King Lafance! The Blackwinged One is still inside the temple, by all appearances. Completing the ritual to activate the Akashic records requires a significant amount of time. I assume he's presently focused on that. Come to think of it... Oh, I'll put myself there. Whatever happened to Garuda? I'm afraid I cannot say. Somebody needs to be the second to last boss. We should remain on guard. He is not a foe to be underestimated. So, we've been so focused on getting inside the temple, we haven't really had much time to think about this, but how exactly are we supposed to stop Lord Eldeel anyway? Oh dear, are you starting to get scared, Durin? Afraid we won't be able to finish what we started? Durin's a scaredy cat! Durin's a scaredy cat! Oh, come on! I'm sure that thought's crossed your mind by now, too. I agree. It would be unwise to challenge him unprepared. As it stands, there's little chance of Eldeel returning to his former self. What? There is no need to panic. The key to subduing him lies in the Mask of the Moon. Although its effects will be temporary, the Mask of the Moon has the ability to seal the Blackwinged One's power. Eldeel designed it with such a function himself. So how does it work? I'll just keep it off screen for him. You have to force the mask onto him. It'll be no easy task, but it's the only way. If successful, Eldeel will be returned to his normal self, albeit for a short time. During that time, we can retake the Mask of the Sun, and he won't be able to use the Akashic records for the nefarious ends. So we may be able to stop the records from being misused, at the very least, and that's definitely our primary concern. But when you say Lord Eldeel will only return to normal after a short period of time... Laser. We must speak with Eldeel once he's cognizant again. Then, perhaps, we can find another way. For now, it's best if you not overthink the situation. Concentrate only on what must be done. Yes. First things first, we have a door to open, right? We do, but the question is, who should do the honours? Ha! I think we all know the answer to that. It's the small child who's still inexplicably with us. She should do the honours. Yep. Indeed. No objections here. The ghost should do it.
Indeed.
Nor here. Well, if Frida says so, I'll go on ahead as a fairy. I have no objections either. I'm not moving my face because it's not covering up. All this started when you came to Celceta, Eldeel.
Yes.
This crisis, okay, Osmo, you had to ruin a good thing, didn't you? Would have occurred sooner or later, whether you'd visited this land or not. But if not for you, I don't think we'd have met one another like this, nor would we be so close to resolving the matter now. Eldeel's definitely been the glue that's held us all. Oh, fucking hell, guys. Been the glue that held us together during this journey.
At all.
Yep. Eldeel, you're the man. If anyone's going to open up this ancient temple, it's got to be you. You were the one Lord Eldeel chose to summon to his tower during these trying times after all. It would seem that you have been chosen by destiny. It's just a door, guys. To aid this land. We're all going. It would seem you've been chosen by destiny to aid this land in its time of need, Eldeel Christen. I can't believe he's got Christ in his name. I know everyone is slightly like... we went to Mount Vesuvio. We're fighting Roman soldiers, but it's spelled wrong. But it's called Christen. Therefore, I would ask that you don the mask now and stand before the temple door. It opened! What awaits us inside may be beyond all imagining. It's finally happening. The time has come. Don't worry, Lisa. We'll bring Lord Eldeel home safely. I know you will. Let's go, Eldeel. Right, I've changed my mind. The Temple of the Sun. It's so quiet in here. I suspect no one is around. Sorry, I shouldn't get my eyebrows to be angry like it is constantly. I suspect no one is around. God, you're going to be above all this time now, LaFance. This area was once used as an audience chamber. The Blackwinged one is in the room beyond here, where the Akashic records are stored. We must hurry, Eldeel. Our time grows ever shorter. I didn't turn the music off, did I? It's a ball. A sphere. You again. You ever tired of trying to interfere, red-haired swordsman? And as for you... loathsome king of Celceta, who has kept me sealed away for all these centuries. What brings you crawling back after all this time? Blackwinged one, what a curious question you ask. Why else would I be here to have you return the Mask of the Sun in the Akashic records. Wait, that huge round thing is the Akashic records? I'd be thinking it'd be a book. The Akashic records contain laws that construct the world around us, as well as all that has been or ever will be. And that path that every being will take, man and God alike. Such an unimaginable volume of information could not possibly be stored in a mere book. And yet, despite possessing something so powerful, the White-Winged One did little with it. Truly a fool. How dare you, Lord Eldeel? What are you trying to do? Must I really state the obvious? I'll use it to bring natural disasters upon the whole European continent, the likes of which the world has never seen before. Earthquakes, floods, firestorms, plagues, disasters of such scale that they eradicate humanity from the land altogether. Can he really do something like that? I'm afraid so. The Mask of the Sun allows its wearer to alter the Akashic records. If the wearer so desires, the records of our world and the people within it can be overwritten, at least partially. You've got to be kidding. Why would you wish to do such a thing? Humans are sinful creatures, yes, but we cannot accept such a fate as inevitable, not even deserved. You know why I'm doing it? Because it's an act befitting a god. There's DLC. Hello, Minicoop. You're trying to tell us that wiping out humanity's... there. I'm on the wrong side as well. You're trying to tell us that wiping out humanity is something a god's supposed to do? Ah, never mind. There's no way that...
How pathetic.
I've wasted enough time talking to you feeble creatures. Oop, I'm on the wrong side. At least act like humans in your final moments. Kneel before me. The mask! The Blackwinged God, Eldeel. You're not supposed to say exposition. You're not allowed to be self-aware enough to know. The time for exposition is over. To mark this moment of becoming a true god, I shall bury you with my own hands. Consider yourselves fortunate enough to be permitted such an honor. Okay, what time is it? Do I have time to drink my lemon tea? Right, it seems we have no choice at all. You will have to seek an opening while fighting him. I thought there'd be a dungeon before this fight. Also, there's a... No, it's not the end, because Gruder's not here. What's up? Be on your guard. Oh yeah, I was going to show off. I've got new technology. So if I press the mute button... and then hopefully you can hear me again, and that symbol's gone. And hopefully that should make it pretty obvious that I'm muted. Obviously it won't be over my face. I shouldn't talk while it's muted, because you literally can't hear me. That's sort of the point of the mute button. Anyway, let's fight a god!
There's no escape.
Oh god. Okay, I've forgotten how to play this game. Yeah, we should have visited a tent first. dragon kick. Okay, something's up. This is too easy. Look at skydive!
Take this. There's no escape.
You did indeed burn to ashes. Okay, it's not done any really big hitting moves yet. It's kind of making me nervous. And these losers aren't great, but... Okay, let's start healing ourselves. I bought a load of potions. Bit of a weakness of the game that it just lets me heal, I guess.
Behold.
Oh, he's got a giant sword as well. That seemed to work. Oops, wrong button. I'm just playing on normal, so it can get harder. This isn't the final boss. Why did I go in with the boys? This isn't my normal team. Got some extra defense out of it though. Well, I better heal then if no mortal can survive this. There's no escape. I enjoyed his voice acting there. Did we win? Very good. What? Something's weird. Lisa, look! I see his hair and his wings. It appears we have our chance to speak with the true Eldeel. We can play Eldeel or no Eldeel. Adol, quickly, hand me the Mask of the Moon. We did that. We passed it to him. Seems like a... Now I should be able to remain in this persona for a while.
Oh dear.
When I created this mask, I had no idea it would be used quite like this. Maybe I should have designed it to look a little more appealing.
My.
Well, the ending was a little anticlimactic. Okay, so something's up because that's they've just showed their hand there. But I'm glad everything worked out. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, there's a dungeon left. I am overjoyed to see that you all made it here safely. I'm sorry for worrying you, Lisa and Kalilika. So it's almost midnight. I need to stop drinking and get some water. I can leave it like 5 minutes. As for you, Eldeel, I've no doubt caused you no end of trouble. And it's been quite a while, my dear friend. 800 years, I believe. Thank you for sealing away the Blackwinged One all those centuries ago. Although I could never have imagined that you'd continue to keep it sealed away for so long. That wasn't what we agreed on, but at this point, I'm just glad to see you safe. Everything is thanks to Eldeel and his friends. Still, it does not seem that we have the luxury of time to be reminiscing about the past. You're correct, we don't. King LaFance, wouldn't it be possible for me to seal away the other Lord Eldeel the same way you did? If there's anything I could possibly do to help. Oops. Lisa. I appreciate the sentiment, but it is not my wish to seal him away at the expense of someone else's life. I hope never to see that happen again. Long ago, I believed that he was a completely separate being who had manifested within me. However, as time passed, I came to realize that he's as much a part of me as the one you see before you now. What do you mean? I long believed that keeping harmony in the world by carefully meting out knowledge was my duty, and I did so as such. But at some point I began doubting whether knowledge to the people in this manner was the right thing to do. Those doubts constantly grew within me, and eventually coming together and taking form. And that is the Blackwinged One who stood before you earlier. That can't be true. On the surface, it may seem to be an embodiment of cruelty, simply existing to inflict destruction upon the world. But he believes that only by overcoming great ordeals placed before them can people develop on their own. Looking back upon history, it's true that people become stronger by overcoming adversity. And as a result, people learn to think and walk for themselves without the aid of gods. In a sense, the Blackwinged One was born just as much as out of love for humanity as I. I had no idea. It seems that even God is imperfect. How disappointing. MacGruber! How is Lord Eldeel's imperfect for showing concern? Right. I'll get some water in a bit. You hadn't noticed? The Blackwinged One didn't use the power of the mask of the sun in your battle at all. Now that you mention it. He didn't? Such a careless error. but now I have the chance to see my true desires realized. I wish to see how humanity reacts when faced with a cruel, cold despair greater than even the ordeals of a god. What are you saying? That's why I supported the Blackwinged One and devised this new generation of darklings who would mourn this world. And yet this god here has proven quite useless to that end. Gruder, you... A perfect ordeal can only be executed by one who bears perfect malice. In other words, humanity itself. It is the duty of a god to challenge humanity. Then, if it is a duty, yeah, let's try that again. If it is a duty to a third time. If it is a duty of a god to challenge humanity, then truly it is a duty most befitting a human. The Mask of the Sun. When did he acquire that? No. How? He's gone. Where did he go? I dare not even say it, but I fear that's exactly what he did. He's entered Iris. And I don't wanna know money murder, 'cause I don't think that you'd understand. I don't remember the lyrics to that song. When everything's spent to me broken, I just want you to know who I am. Sorry. It's like midnight, so I can't be too loud. But like, my favourite thing is I just refuse to learn lyrics to songs, so it's just like blum blum bloody fliff floof 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 floof. I was trying to sing Iris. Which I guess you have to be a millennial or older to even know that song at this point. Iris? Iris? The place where the contents of the Akashic records are stored. Okay, John, stop trying to think of the lyrics to Iris. Stop, John. John, play the game. It's been a long time since I heard it. It's kind of weird that it's summoned in my brain like that. It's not weird, that's how brains work. It was like number one, wasn't it? In the 80s or 90s. Whatever. They take the form of spiritual light and occupy another world where they can be typically... What? Did I miss a line? We're going into Iris, which is like within the Akashic records. They take the form of spiritual light and occupy another world where they can typically be neither seen nor touched. And that world of records is known by the name Iris. Iris? It's Iris. And that's why you suspect Gruder's gone. It is the only logical conclusion. The Mask of the Sun was originally made to allow its wearer to enter Iris and change the records stored within. I fear that Gruder is going to bring about disaster in the real world by manipulating the records directly. You just keep sinking lower and lower. He's even more brazen than the other Lord Eldeel. We cannot allow him to have his way. But what are we supposed to do? 800 years ago, the Blackwinged One entered Iris much like Gruder has now. I followed him and sealed him away. With time, however, the seal weakened and he managed to break free. I see. So that means we can follow him inside, then? Indeed. I will secure a route using the Mask of the Moon. That should grant you access. Thanks. Glad to have someone like you on our side. I will join Adol. He's kind of taking up too much room there. Adol and the others within the world of records. I should be able to guide you through its depths at the very least. Thank you, King Lafance. Lord Eldeel, I'm afraid Sol Gabba's mass may be too much for me to transfer inside. Could I ask you to remain here and support me? Yes, of course. We have to hurry, Adol. The Blackwinged One is not sealed away forever. If sufficient time passes, he will begin to re-emerge. Okay, let's get going then. Remarkable. Not even an ounce of hesitation on your face. You may almost make me understand the Blackwinged One's perspective. No, nobody. Blackwinged One's methods make no sense. We've not improved humanity just by having one group of warriors be quite good at killing people. We've made, like, several places on this planet noticeably worse. It's not helped. But adversity hasn't... Whatever. He's a villain, it's fine. You represent the capability and ingenuity of humanity. We just hit things with swords, buddy. I will open the gate to Iris. Thank you, my friend. I'm a little bit out of sorts. Is that it? Shouldn't be drinking caffeine. This is the gate, yes. Right, 10 past 12. So I can't have any food now for 2 hours. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Anyway, yes. Adol, best of luck to you in there. Be careful and Godspeed. That's why I'm not quite throwing myself into the voice work as I usually would. Because it's late as well. Let's save my game, I guess. Before we do that, yeah, skills. Skydive. So it sounds like drilling, but it's like no one's drilling at midnight. It's coming from in the game, but yeah, so I thought there would be an entire dungeon before this fight. Now there's this dungeon here. But it's a bit weird that Temple of the Sun wasn't an entire dungeon. Like, Iris, the world of records. So this is the world of the Akashic records. I guess this Iris place is full of all kinds of information about our world. That must mean your embarrassing future's recorded here too, Durin. Hey, my future's gonna be awesome. Just you wait. So all the knowledge Eldeel gives to people comes from these records? If so, that raises a question. If Lord Eldeel grants people knowledge, surely that contradictions will arise between the records and reality, no? The records are not infallible. The world is merely guided by the events here. Unexpected events do occasionally occur. I've heard Eldeel suggest that he gives knowledge to the people in order to compensate for such abnormalities. You know what? That I like. I didn't quite sit right with me that it was like, oh yeah, all this cool technology just because an angel thinks it up and gives it to us. But it's like, no, the angel is plucking it from history and going, hey, there's something missing here. Because that sort of speaks of something bigger going on, and I like that. It's not the first time this game, because this, I'll say it now, a lot of this game comes across as a little generic. Like, in the other games, it's sort of fun being Adol, or I really liked that girl who's just a girl version of Adol, just throwing themselves into adventure and just having all these kind of generic villains. But like now we've got a team of people telling Adol how cool he is. It's a little less charming. I won't lie. But like, yeah, like for the fact the Sacred Beasts, where the baddie is like, yeah, but you're like sounding their horns down, you dickhead. And it's like, yeah, it's sort of that's the point. So like, there's something. It's not just doing that, but it's still not. It's not groundbreaking. But like, there's something here. There's meat, even if it's thin. There is some meat. Yeah. But like, there's. I think when I say it's light, it feels stage play. I mean, it feels like there are like 12 people in this game. And that's kind of because there is only 12 people in this game. And everyone else seems like a painted background. You know, it's never really convinced me that these places are full of people. In the same way that East 1 and 2 did quite a good job of that. Like, the towns are big enough to be slightly overwhelming, even though it's like an 80s game. And of course, Origin was just this big tower, so that had a sort of sense that like there only exists 12 people, but like it is literally only in a tower. You never get to see anyone else. But this feels a little light, even though. But I don't know why I'm suddenly doing a review. I really do like. I'd like the exploring aspect of this. That. Normally you're trying to save the world, and we are now, but like at first we weren't. We were just trying to explore, and I kind of like. I thought that was cool in itself, and it sort of lent itself to what Adol is. I also do like that this series just is one person's journey, and this world is a really big world. Like, and I like seeing the technology build, even though I'm playing it in story order. Hey, let's see where it goes with this. While his actions do create further contradictions, Eldeel corrects all of these himself using the Mask of the Sun. That is, as he sees it, his heavenly duty. So he corrects abnormalities in the fabric of existence. Isn't that a lot of work and a huge responsibility? This is the course of human history. You change one thing and it will change another. How can one guy just deal with that? And like, I'm not totally against the idea of a villain being a villain because he thinks overcoming adversity is a thing. Like, that's metatextual in nature as well. Like, that is, he's a self-aware he's an adversary. Adversary, sorry. He is the adversary, which is, I believe, the name for Satan. And that's sort of why he just immediately lost, because his heart wasn't really in destroying the entire world. He just wanted somebody to defeat him, because having those people exist was a good thing, but like, so as a story beat, it's fine. Like, I've certainly heard worse reasons for being a villain in a computer game, not in real life. Obviously, real life villains are all bastards and they have terrible reasons, but you know what I mean. Like, Final Fantasy X. Like, I like Seymour. I think he's well acted, and I think it's really easy to either go completely posh or either completely evil. I can't do the voices right now, but he's sort of this kind of weird off posh voice. It's an interesting accent, but like Seymour, his backstory is that he was caught. Like, he's holding his dead mum, right? The only person he cares about. His dead mum's become a summon, but a summon is like a metaphor for somebody who essentially died in a war that he thinks is entirely pointless, and that's his perspective. That all of this pain and misery is entirely pointless, and he's like the child of two worlds, and it's only ever caused him pain. And he's like, right, I'll eliminate pain by murdering everyone on the planet. And you're like, No, that's this fucking stupid way of eliminating pain. What are you talking about, Seymour? You've not thought this through. What you've done there is you've guaranteed the maximum pain amount possible. I mean, to put it in modern perspective, it's like having a world pandemic and going, oh yeah, but if we just sacrifice 70% of the world's population, we can just burn through it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the logic that he's doing. And rightly, 'cause when that happened in the real world, rightly, a lot of people went, no, what? No, yeah, you know what? Like, hello, lead. So, like, I hate to use that real world example, but, like, Seymour's deal is stupid, is what I'm getting at. Like, murdering everyone on the planet to bring peace is a weird technicality, and I won't stand for it. So, yes, having the baddie in this game sort of bow out, just because his heart wasn't really into it. It's fine. I'll lead. I'm quite close to finishing this game, I think. I believe I'm in the last dungeon, which is why I've sort of stopped playing and started talking about the game's storyline. I've also invested, I think you've seen the other Johns already, but I've invested in a symbol that will appear on the screen. And I can unmute myself because I can see, and I won't accidentally stream for an hour muted like I've done on several occasions. But it's like I'm muting Calica because I didn't build 3 of those buttons. Yeah, I probably shouldn't bring up. I shouldn't allude to Brexit because that's real life that I'm trivializing there with this computer game talk. But like, it's all supposed to be metaphorical, right? When like these sorts of RPGs are always supposed to reference the real world anyway. And you know, the thing about Brexit is it sort of brought a lot of things into perspective of what we thought governments would and wouldn't do in certain situations in a bad way. And you're like, oh, turns out it would really be that bad. Anyway, I'm playing computer games to not focus on reality. So let's continue, shall we? Also, yes, I bounced myself around, so I stopped blocking the text. That is a completely accurate assessment. Yet, so what I was saying is that the story's fine. It's a tiny bit generic. There's some meat on there. It's like, it doesn't, not every game has to go completely bonkers at the end. Though I do appreciate the effort it's putting into making this final dungeon is a bit weird. It's gone a bit weird. That is a completely accurate assessment. So what this game does is it's not very good at naturalistically talking about stuff. So they've just explained that there's this angel and his job was to introduce technology to the world, which I didn't like at the time when they first explained it, because it's like, no, we can just invent our own technology, thanks. But now they've gone, oh, no, it's because there's some sort of weirdness going on, and the world is supposed to have more technology. He's sort of just putting stuff there that should have already appeared by now, which is a much better take. And it also explains that the villain is sort of made himself a villain, sort of. The villain is villainous because he's secretly trying to help people out, because by overcoming him, that would somehow help, even though that doesn't really make any sense, because, no, he just hurt a bunch of people. I don't see how that... He just made things worse. But anyway, it's doing something. It's metatextual. Like, oh, by overcoming a villain, you create a hero. Yeah, but you've just done a bunch of damage along the way, and we have to repair said damage. People died, but like he sort of walked. It's fine. That is completely accurate assessment. Thanks, Lafance. Yet there's no other who can perform such work. He's never once complained. I have to admit, that sounds like him. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody. Oh, well, because the angel has 2 forms, and so the angel admitted at the end. Oh, they're both him. He can't control the evil form. But the evil form isn't actively going around being evil. He's got his own thing. But yeah, what I was getting at is they want to bring all this up. This is like we've now got to the meat of what the game's about, but they can only do it by them standing around and discussing the themes, like they're in a Batman movie, like it's written by I've forgotten his name, and it's not terribly naturalistic. I don't think I've ever really played the Borderlands games. I think it's... Indeed we do. I have to admit, that sounds like him. But if the Mask of the Sun... What I do like about this game is this is a remake of a remake. And the original game had a Mask of the Sun in. But they've obviously sort of had to pluck things from the 80s game and sort of fit them into the world as they've created it later, and I kind of like that. One of the reasons I hadn't really played it is because I just wanted to play it like with 3 other people. I wanted to do it as intended, and I just didn't want the unfinished. I don't know why. I was quite willing to do that with Destiny, but not with Borderlands for some reason. But the Mask of the Sun allows its wearer to correct the records. Yeah, we're in real trouble if we don't stop Garuda. On the highest level of the Iris is the central area where the device is used to manipulate the records is located. We just got a ghost with us. He's just with us now. It's safe to assume that Garuda will be moving towards that location. How do we get there? I can't see any stairs or anything, and there's nothing above us. There's a door. There's a door right. I can see it. It's over there. It's there. There's a door. The highest level of Iris is a vast distance above us. Even with the stairs, it'd be lengthy and exhausting climb. Oh, there's my face. I press something. The owner of the Mask of the Sun can warp directly, but others must silence the free guardians. Oh, of course we do. To ascend the highest level. Guardians? Ahead of us are 3 doors. Oh yeah, I see them now. There's another one. There's one there. There's a little door there, but I assume they mean behind this banner. And there's one right there. I can see it now. Fair enough. I just kind of like the idea of playing with other people. Maybe one day. I want to just check something a minute. I'm going to pause right here. I want to click off screen. I want to make sure something's going on. Hang on. I'll have this play while I do that. So we can look at the 3 doors. I can keep reading, but I can't see chat. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to... Okay. Hang on, did he talk without me? Ooh. I'm going to have to grab some water. Because I'm not allowed to drink anything that's not water for the next 2 hours. So... Oh no, it's doing fine. That was weird. I'll reset it anyway. Alright, sorry, I'm on pause right now. I'll unpause in a second. Shit. That's really annoying. Okay, I hope I call that too early enough. I think I did. That's what I need to do. Let's continue. Right. Cut a bit of that faff out, John. Each leads to a different area. Bronze, silver, and gold. Within each area sits a guardian. When all 3 guardians have been defeated, the path to the center will open. Pretty tough security. Do we need to defeat the guardians in a specific order? No, any order will do. However, we must reach Gruder before he finishes analyzing how to operate the device in the central area. I feel like we've been saying this way too much, but I guess there's no time to waste then. Let's go, Eldeel. No time to waste, no time to waste. Eldeel and his friends have no time to waste. They're wasting no time, wasting no time. They've got no time to waste, no time to waste. Okay, sorry. We're gonna run forwards. Let us grab this thing. Does this count? Hang on, I'm not allowed to leave. If I go into the map now, I'll have 100%. No, it's still 97.9. Ooh. Okay. Which one do I want to go first? Do I want to go left? Right? Or in the middle? Oh, hang on. I'll close my eyes and do this.
Come on, let's get going.
You be quiet, you. I'm choosing. I guess that means right, because that's the only one not covered. Let's go right. That logic is sound. We could read these, grab secrets. See a door. Oh, no, you just walk straight into a boss fight. Right, let's save our game. Let's hope I have enough potions. I see a bunch of these ladies. No. These are just normal enemies. They're not bosses. Yes. Kaleido Spike. That's skill. Throws countless knives, followed by a powerful attack. That'll do. I see how the map works now. Well, I would have seen you, but I see from the camera's perspective and not the characters. Oh, some purple stone. Oh yeah, just remembered the run button. Gold area puzzle. Use a gamepad or mouse to rotate the discs. The passages nearby will be altered in accordance to the disc's positioning. Ooh. Present location. But I want to get all the stuff. It's going to take me ages to get all the stuff. Hmm. Let's give it a go. Well, this is kind of novel. I found Armageddon. Right. Shouldn't have bought all those goddamn weapons then, should I? Literally didn't even get to use the Sacred Mace. Well, let's bring her onto the team. Now I can say, Armageddon out of here. Okay, this didn't work out very well. Oh yeah, I didn't even see... Hang on. Should have worked fine. No, there's a gap there. Okay. Well, I didn't see that gap. Well, we're going to have to go to all the places anyway. That gets me to quite a lot of places, I think. Really? Well, we'll follow around. It's a root of God! Cool. So what this looks like, I should have went in here last. Oh god, he still has no defense. Okay. Oh, I guess I have to do all of those. Yeah. Yes. I'm sort of in a big puzzle room. So I can dictate the shape of the room like this. But it doesn't look like there's one solution. It looks like it's just sort of flexible in how it works. Which isn't super interesting from a puzzle standpoint. So what I'm having to do is... also... items. Let's remember to heal using... What's this? Oh, that's cool. I never even used that. It's the spirit kit. And hopefully that kicks in. Okay. Oh, damn it. I want that item. Okay, no, that's easy enough to deal with. Ugh, it puts us in the completely wrong place. We don't want to go to the... that should do it. I want to open... Hang on, I need her to heal. That'll be fine. Nope, that door does not count. Okay, it doesn't make it terribly easy. What's going on with you? Do you have anything? No. Yes. I mean, I love puzzles. This just doesn't seem like the most puzzly puzzle in the world. If someone dies, I can bring them back to life. I could bring in one of the other characters to fight on their behalf. They're not permanently dead. So obviously, right now I'm trying to get to the left. Actually, you know what? I missed another place somewhere else. It's super weird that it's not clear. I'm just going to keep running around. Farewell, Reed. I'll be basically recording. I'll be streaming all tomorrow because I took the day off work. That did not work. See, it looks like it's going to be a path, and then it's not. Look, doesn't that look like a path there? I mean, I guess there is a gap, but it kind of looks like a path. Anyway, farewell, Reed. Let's see where that takes us. Got an aura fencer. Oh god, he keeps... Well, I like that I can hit him. Oh, I guess I can change it from here. Triple breaker. Okay, I've got a couple of new moves there. Skills. Triple breaker. Did you get something new? Kaleido Spike. Starlight Stone. We're going to stand still for a bit.
Here I go.
I'm going to heal while I drink some water. I never did hydrate, actually. I just got water.
Come on, let's get going.
I'm drinking water, Calica. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were around for, what game was I playing? The one with the pushing trees over. And I very much like puzzle games. But this seems a little bit more on the busy work side of things. Well, I'm saving potions by standing around healing. Because I want all those chests. And I'm gonna get them. I'm patient enough to get all of the chests. Yeah, I should drink more water. I've not been doing great in terms of like exercise and stuff for the last week or so. But the reason I'm drinking water is so I can take the jet lag pills, because you need 2 hours. Let's move that off the screen. See, I like my puzzles to be dense like that. Okay, she does not do well in this fight. I'm afraid even though she has the better stuff. Oh, she can't right now. I'm just going to beat something up. Okay, I just realised I just put 2 spikes in there. Oh, she had a new thing. Nice spin. Yeah, my normal team does really well. Anyway, that's another one down. I believe I need 4. Cool. Fine. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a thing on the outside first. Okay. So the easiest way of solving this seems to be don't even bother with all this inside nonsense. Just keep rotating the outside like that and it's fine. I can get all the places. That one's been done already. I do see a chest over there, one. You should show me the chest on the map. I like the gimmick though. Blackstone. Yeah, sure, why not? That'll take me around. I don't think it will. Oh, fuck you, game. It's fine, I didn't want to go there anyway. I've got that one, okay. So I did it for this chest. The Sunstone! I think is a rare item. Do I have a bloopy bloop? Up. We want to make our way to the other side, so. So I don't know if that's going to reach or not. Let's build 2 paths. That path will not work, John. No, there's a gap. I knew there was a goddamn gap. Right there. Looks like it's a route, but it's not. Let's see if I can go into the middle. No, I can't. There is no middle. We want another control panel, basically. Uh... I don't understand how this piece works. Cool, that'll do. No, because it doesn't take me back, does it? We'll see. I don't think it's going to take me back. I think there's going to be a weird gap there. Right, fine. You see, there's a weird gap there. Too slow, Chicken Morango. It doesn't feel like a puzzle, it feels unfair. Because it looks like that should be a bridge, and then it's not. I think we're missing a center thing. Whatever, we'll go to the outside because that's clearly how I do that. Is that the way to the outside though, or is that just going to be a weird bar? Yeah, that's a gap. I hate that gap. Why does that gap? Just gonna rotate it again. See if it's still gap. Okay, no, it's this thing here that has the gap. Basically, this piece here, that's useless, that piece. It just does nothing. That's what I've just got to learn. So I've got to use the inner piece to go in and out. Like so. And I can use this to get to a different bit. I'm just trying to get to the other side. Fair enough, there's more of a puzzle to this than I originally thought. I got cocky. I just don't like that one of the pieces looks like it leads somewhere when it doesn't. And every time I use it, I have to go, oh, rethink everything. fuck, it's that piece again. I hate it so much. I hate this bit. This right here. Where the two pieces face each other but don't do anything. No, John. Find out which piece it is. Is it this piece here? I can't tell which one of those two isn't pulling their weight. There's only two ways out of here. It's not true, I can go that way. Assuming there isn't a weird gap that appears. I'll be right back.